Everybody, what's up? What's up? We are
So
live.
we are
Hey,
live here.
we are live now here in New York City. Woo!
Oh man,
Let's go.
can't tell you how happy I am to see you, brother.
Thank you. Thank you.
Live
We're
here.
doing this.
Put some music.
Absolutely. Hype
Up.
everybody up.
There we go.
Let's go.
Woo.
You know how it is here at the Business Temple every Saturday, 9 a.m. PT, 12 p.m. ET. We are doing the show a little bit later today, but it's going to be a great show. We will be talking about the philosophy of loving what you do. Stay consistent with us. Make sure to follow and subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Business Temple. We have a Facebook page. We have an Instagram page. Follow us there as well. And let's get the show started, brother.
Get this show started. I think you covered off everything I wanted to say from the get-go. I mean, we're here live here in New York City. I'm so excited to be with my super Alex to talk about everything in regards to loving what you do, your passions, your missions. What is that? Are you following that passion? Are you following that dream? And if so, that's wonderful. But still, stay tuned with us. Maybe you'll learn a thing or two. Hear a little bit about our stories, how we love our jobs or love our passions and love our businesses. Everything from A to Z. I think we should just get started.
Yes, sir. So Ray and I we've been working in corporate for quite some time. We both have our own companies, and we know a thing or two about what it's like to love what you do, how that benefits you, and we'll also talk a little bit about what happens if you work at a job that you don't particularly love or work at a job that you hate, and how we can help you get out of that and finally get on that career path where you actually love what you do. So what do we mean by that? When we say love what you do or love your profession, let's talk about the concept clarity. For you, Ray, what does that mean?
To me, loving what you do is not having to work a day in your life. It's like that quote that says, if you love what you do, you never have to work a day in your life.
Yep.
And I 100% subscribe to that. I agree to that because if you enjoy what you're doing and you fall in love with the process, which is what it is, you'll never feel a need to have to quit or give up because you already have that grit inside of you that helps you continue to grow and in that same field that you're trying to progress in. And it will get you through any of those obstacles because let's face it, loving what you do doesn't mean like you're going to come to work with a smile on your face every single day.
That's creepy.
Yeah, you can't it's not possible. We're humans. People have down days, people have up days. What loving what you do is mostly about just persevering when those times get tough, when those times get hard, but you still move on because hey, you love what you do, you enjoy it, even though it's tough right now. It's not going to be like that all the time, and that to me, that's what it means. Loving what you do. It's persevering through things that might not be too enjoyable at certain points, but continuing on and enjoying the process along the way. And this is why people tend to stay at jobs for a very long time.
Yeah.
It's not because they say they're like 10, 15 years. You hear these people, they have to love what they do to be able to stay in a job for that long. And if they don't, or they lost that love for it, maybe it's time for a change. And for those people that are out there that have been loving what they're doing and just kind of need a change or have fallen out of love, I would say, yeah, try to find something that can rekindle that fire.
That's profound, man. I don't know. I should have went first. So to me, loving what you do, love, especially when you have it for your profession, that trumps all motivation, that trumps all inspiration. As long as you got love for what you do, you will always show up. For example, here at the Business Temple, yes, we started it last year and I absolutely love it. It doesn't feel like we do it every Saturday, but to us, it does not feel like work. Just like what Ray said, if you love what you do, you never have to work a day in your life. And so doing this here in the podcast right now, it's not work for me.
No,
you know what I mean? Like, I look forward to it. This is something that completes our weekend, my weekend especially. You know what I mean? And so just I think
for you it completes. For me, it builds that fire because starting from Saturday, because doing it on a Saturday hypes me up for like Monday. I feel so great when I'm like, I don't know, that's what for me it is. But I echo the same sentiments here. When it comes to the business temple here, we have just a genuine love for what we do. And even though we might not have 1 million subscribers, which maybe one day we will, maybe
Yes,
we
sir.
won't, who cares? At the same time, it's like we're having fun along the way. And as long as you're having fun, you're enjoying the process and enjoying what we're doing. And like, we've been doing this for a year, every single Saturday consistently. Yes. We're almost hitting our 1 year mark.
Next month, we are 1 year next month.
1 year.
So it's absolutely amazing. I really love what you said about the business temple and doing what you love, of course. But you did mention, we don't have 1 million subscribers yet. But then let's talk about that. Hey, can you really love what you do, even if it's not as rewarding as it is yet?
Yeah.
Where do you stand with that?
Well, where I stand with that is that what defines rewards for you? Because for me,
good one.
Rewards, or the typical reward would be, well, monetary gain. If you give your time, you expect to have a certain monetary gain at the end of it, or reward. I mean, I'm not a dog after a treat or bone. I for me, a reward isn't just money. Reward is the feeling that I get at the end of that, the time that I spent doing what I love doing. So, absolutely. For example, this is the best example. We're not making any money from AdSense or Google or YouTube yet, and I mean, it's a possibility, but at the same time, we're just enjoying our time, enjoying what we're doing. And what's the reward at the end of the day? It's us, or the reward, quote unquote, is us feeling that energy that we feed of each other to lift each other up. To me, that's so rewarding. It's more than money, honestly.
It's happiness, bro. That shit is priceless. You know what I mean? And for me, just like I think it's very important what Ray said, to set the proper expectations for what the rewards would be.
Yes.
Especially when you're talking about loving what you do. A lot of people tend to relate rewards, like what Ray said, with money. But look, like for me, for example, just the happiness that it brings, how I feel after doing it, is something that I look forward to more than the profit. Obviously, though, if you're starting out, in your career, definitely money is absolutely important. We are not trying to dismiss money. Please make a lot of that. You know what I mean? But I think you reach some point in your career where you got to look forward to more than just money. It just can't be all about money. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, getting money for it, it's a plus. And I 100% agree with you, bro. And I also wanted to touch on, let's do story time. Let's do a couple of stories about
story time.
You loved your job or you hated your job, and tell us how you
oh my gosh. So
circumvented those.
Yes.
Navigated the waters there.
I have worked a few jobs that I love, but worked more jobs that I hated. So I started my career when I was in Manila, Philippines. Was not a business owner yet, but I started working when I was 18 years old, and I worked at a call center in the Philippines. And it was a graveyard shift. I was answering phone calls, taking at least 300 calls a day. It was not a fun job. And after that, like after the day, I just felt so drained, bro. It just sucked so much soul and life out of me. Like I was getting paid, at 18 years old, I was making pretty good money in that call center, and it felt good for a while. But like I mentioned earlier, the reward eventually has to be a little bit more than money, because if you don't love what you do, or don't even learn to love what you do, no matter how much money you make, it's not going to cut it. You will quit that shit, just like I did before. And so what I did was I worked in a call center for 5-6 years. Eventually, once again, I've told the story many times. I will summarize it, but I was on YouTube, watched the video, some public speaker was talking, and it inspired me like crazy to become my own public speaker. So finally, it took 7 years in corporate for me to find a profession that I love, which has a lot to do with corporate training and public speaking. And I still work that now. And currently just trying to veer away from the corporate culture and get into more creative things. So now I'm finding more things that I love to do.
Mhm.
And because I have established myself, I have like enough resources to actually just make a leap and just find something that I love.
And I like the fact that you touch on it. Like you worked at a call center, but for you, it was a means to an end. It was temporary for you
Hmm. Yeah.
to do this so that you could move on to something that you actually enjoy doing. And that's what I feel that many of our viewers should
Right.
understand, that if you're in a situation where yes, you need to work this job and you need to make money to feed your family, to pay for your rent,
Sometimes people got no choice,
you have no
you
choice
know?
sometimes, but understand that this is a means to an end. This is a stepping stone for you to get to where you want to go. As long as you have a plan together, it doesn't matter where you're at in your journey when it comes to either being an entrepreneur or working a 9 to 5 a regular job. Understand that set your goals, set your plans, write things down, and then
Yes.
make a plan, an exit plan of how you going to escape this job, this menial job that you truly hate, save up some money, understand how to start up a business, and just go through the process, because you can definitely, if you have the energy. Some people may not, but some people, you have 1 or 2 hours to just do that for yourself and remind yourself that this is for you. This is for nobody else. This is for you, because it's going to make your life so much better once you have that in place. Uh, that's
Absolutely. And don't we have a strategy to help people
yeah.
find what they love, or at least learn to love their current profession? And we actually have spoken about this
Yeah.
before. If y'all don't know yet, we started in Clubhouse. So we have a lot of, there must be 20 episodes in Club. We have quite the portfolio of
20.
podcast
It's a
episodes
lot more
in,
than
it's a
that.
lot more than that in Clubhouse. So check it out. Same thing, the Business Temple. A lot more episodes there. But back to the point. What I'm talking about here is Ikigai. We
Ikigai.
did talk about that. Tell him, brother.
So Ikigai is a philosophy, a Japanese philosophy about loving. It's finding your purpose, and the purpose being, if you can find something in your life that you're good at, that you can get paid for, that you enjoy, love doing, and then it could be good for the world. Those are the four main components that you need in your life to make yourself feel whole. Because ultimately, us as people want to feel whole. We want to feel
Yes.
completed. We have wants, we have needs, and within that sphere, or multiple spheres, we need to find that harmony in all things. And Ikigai is the perfect example of a great philosophy that centers you, that makes you feel whole, because now you have all your needs in essence fulfilled. And if you have that in your current job, if you have that in your current business, that's
That's
amazing.
amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like, it'll be all you need, really. And so purpose and love, they go hand in hand, but I feel like it's such an intimidating question to ask. Like, hey, what's my purpose? But I guarantee you, the earlier you ask that question, and the more often you ask that question as well, you will find it.
You will.
You will absolutely find it, because the world right now needs more people alive and motivated with purpose.
Yes.
With purpose, you just are different. You move differently, you act different. Your purpose and what you love, they determine certain things in your life. Who you hang out with, what books you read, how you develop yourself, your personal training, and all that stuff. So it's so important to really tune in to that purpose, because it will eventually lead you to a profession that you love.
And also the impact that you'll have outside of just yourself, because this is something that comes up time and time again. Is like, okay, isn't it a bit selfish for me to think of myself in that way, where I need to find a purpose, I need to work towards this goal, I need to make more money, but the blessings that you're going to be able to provide once you build
Yes.
yourself up to other
Yes.
people, that's also an amazing factor of you being able to do this. Because for me, it's like, I'm at a stage where I'm so happy that I have an abundance of happiness to give, and everywhere I meet, I just provide it for people for free, and so much energy, and that's a great feeling for me. where I can come into any situation, to any establishment, to a meeting, to a business meeting as well, and just spread some joy, spread some love.
Yeah,
Because that's what we're here. This is what this session is about. It's all about love.
absolutely. And we just trying to spread it
Yeah.
all to the entire world, to all of you. We love what we do, and
Yeah.
we want y'all to see that. And of course, we also want y'all to love your own profession as well, because it's such a powerful thing. Love, one of my favorite quotes, in fact, about love is that love is one of the only things that the more you give it away, like you still have it, it will not diminish.
Mm.
You know, the more no matter how much love you give, it doesn't run out. You know, and if you come into that in your job, you will be the bubbliest motherfucker. But $1 million question, Ray, do you love what you do?
I love what I do. It's no question. I love what I do from A to Z. So, but there are times where I just didn't love what I do, and I would like, let's speak about those times where
Yeah.
it's there are times where times were tough, where I just didn't enjoy what I was doing at the time, but I knew I had a plan of escape. I worked at Bloomingdale's, I work at Saks and all the other stores. To be honest, I did enjoy it because I like the communication, but the work environment was pretty toxic, a little toxic,
Yeah.
and I knew that I needed to do this temporarily until I could find something a little bit more sustainable. But the entire time I was working this job, my focus, my aim was to work in a big corporation where I was valued, that was will get paid well. And actually, my goal while I was working in the industry, like fragrances and handbags and fashion, I wanted to do marketing for a fashion company.
Mm.
After those 2 years, and 2 years I spent putting in the time, putting in the hours, making the connections, I was finally able to get a job at Chanel, which was opened so many doors for me.
Ooh.
I was doing marketing at Chanel, which was a great experience. And from there, I was able to work from one to at a bigger agency, and it was great. I enjoyed that kind of journey, but that's me telling you guys, if you put your mind to it, if you have a plan, if you execute on that plan and focus on it every day, when you wake up, that plan better be in action. And that's how you succeed. When you wake up, that plan better be in your head, and you better execute and take action.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Right. So
Let's go.
basically, Ray was trying to say that love requires action, you know, and that shit is not just gonna fall in your lap like, oh, I found something that I love to do. I mean, if that did happen, then fuck you, man. You're the luckiest person alive. But it will not fall in your lap. It will not fall in your lap. You got to take action for that.
You know what? Even if it falls in your lap, I don't think people would enjoy it because it doesn't feel earned. I think the best thing ever for me is,
there you go.
You have a different appreciation of something if you earned it, if you worked hard for it. And you can tell the people and the interactions that you have with someone just was hand delivered, like, oh, here's a pile of money, and do whatever you want to do. And it doesn't feel, I don't know, it doesn't feel earned. For me, someone that has earned their way to the top, I find that those people are more passionate about what they do, and they actually enjoy and love what they do instead of just being.
So that love has more depth.
Yeah, it does.
You mean, like, I feel like if it fell on your lap, that love will be a little bit shallow. And so like the perseverance factor once adversity comes in is not as strong as compared to when you have earned it.
Yeah.
Right. And so $1 million question for me now, I guess. Do I love what I do? Absolutely. But not all the time. Same as Ray. But the way I think about it was that, in contrast with you, is that I feel like when I talk about loving my profession, it's like I'm in a relationship with my profession. You know, so obviously not all times it's going to be good. There will definitely be times where it's going to be tough, times where I'm going to want to quit, stop what I'm doing, times where I get hurt. Literally sounds like a relationship. Times where I don't want to do it, you know, but there are definitely more times where I appreciate it. And just being able to experience the full spectrum of emotions in that regard. But at the end of the day, know that I go to sleep loving what I do and waking up that I will still love what I do no matter how tough or how easy or whatever the day was, that just makes all the difference for me.
Yeah.
And like I said earlier, it did not, it didn't take me, it took me a while rather to find what I love. And so I urge all of you, just find that direction, at least set the intention out there that, hey, I want to work at a job that I love. I may not know what that is now, but that's the point of what Super Ray is saying. You got to plan for the shit. You got to write it down, and every single day when you wake up, just take action towards that. Even 1%, even 1% a day. Just move towards that. Just even if it's just 1% a day, because eventually, took me 7 years to get it, but eventually you will get to that point. And once you do, oh my gosh,
you got to manifest it. You got to shout it out to the world and let people know too. And to that end, I mean, look at us. We're doing 1% at a time. We're enjoying it,
yes, we are.
the process. And I would say, Super Alex, like I don't know. It's so awesome having you here. It's so amazing. Like, it just feels so natural. The connection.
It's
here.
always better when we do this live in person.
Yeah.
I know y'all been watching in Clubhouse YouTube. So if you don't know, I'm from LA. I did grow up in New York though. And I'm moving here September. And it's gonna be good.
He manifested it too. He's gonna move here in September. Yes. We're gonna hold him to it. We're gonna have him here, and then we're gonna do more shows like this.
Better content,
more live shows, better content. We want also to hear from you guys. So don't forget to follow us. Be one of the first to join us in this journey. I know we don't have a lot of episodes on YouTube yet. We're gonna put some of our content that we had on Clubhouse on here.
That is a good idea.
We have a lot of content to share with you guys that is not live, but it's still, I mean, there's a lot of nuggets of wisdoms in the shows that we already did.
Absolutely. And just, just looking back, remember our first episode?
Yeah, our first episode.
I think we did a Women's Month thing.
It was her story, highlighting
her story. Oh my gosh.
Powerful women.
And so, that's just it. If you love what you do, it's so easy to be consistent, no matter what day it is, no matter what time of day it is either. And so much benefits come from just having that energy of love within you. It may not be love for your profession currently, but just building up that emotion, that positive emotion of love, it's just the best thing that you can give to yourself and to other people as well. But of course, if you can find what you love, you'll never have to work a day in your life. All right. What do you want to leave them with, Ray?
I want to leave you with finding that center, finding your core, finding who you are and staying true to who you are and not forgetting like where you come from. It's not telling you, oh, you have to change who you are in order to be in this certain position. You don't have to do that. What you have to do is work hard towards that goal, write it down, and of course also follow the philosophy of Ikigai, where is understanding what you can get paid for, understand what you're good at, understand what you love, and then understand that what is it that you can do for the world. And that's what I'll leave all of you with. Much love. Super Alex.
Super Ray! We are on! All right.
Make sure to follow us. Okay, let's put on some music. Make sure to follow us on